chilly temperatures. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're just tuning in, I'd like to hear what's happening in your area. As I said, the big news today is Ashley had her baby. He came yesterday. They had to drive to the hospital in the snowstorm. He's adorable. His name is Hayden, and we showed his picture on the news this morning. For those of you tuning in, just adorable in every way. So she's doing well. The baby's doing well. Dad's doing well. All good. I want to start, though, by talking about some pretty serious news. Two area hospitals just north of Pittsburgh, they are at capacity with their ICU, all because of COVID. And, of course, that impacts patients wanting to do anything, being treated for any kind of emergency or otherwise. So the hospitals are Butler Memorial and Clarion Hospital. Both of those hospitals are at capacity with their ICU beds. Butler Memorial Health System is trying to make some changes. One thing is it's canceling all non-urgent surgeries that have to require inpatient stays. So if you're expecting some sort of a surgery where you have to stay in the hospital, that's going to be postponed indefinitely. They're also transforming their post-anesthesia care unit to critical care use so they can add 15 more ICU beds. But again, two local hospitals kind of in trouble with space this morning as the spread continues. It's not news that we enjoy reporting on, but you need to know, especially if you are seeking care in that area. So again, that's the Butler Memorial Hospital and the Clarion Hospital. So that's what's going on with there. The Allegheny County Health Department said, and this is probably no surprise, that the first vaccines, when they arrive here, will not go directly to the health department. That's the plan later on. The first shipments will go directly to hospitals and directly to long-term care facilities. They want to vaccinate the frontline workers and those at risk at in-home care facilities first, because they're most at risk. So those doses will be going there. I'm still not sure which vaccine we're going to get here in our region or how that's going to be decided, so we'll let you know when we know. One of the big stories today, let me scroll back up a little bit. I thought this was major news. We're going to hear more about this today, but I can tell you two Pennsylvania companies have been working this whole time on their own vaccine, and they joined forces. And so what they're doing is they're coming up with both an oral medication, I guess that's a tablet, I'm not sure if it's liquid that you take or a tablet, but it's an oral medication, and a vaccine injectable to fight COVID. They're hoping to release these sometime at the beginning of this upcoming year, so just a few months away. We'll hear more about that. Pennsylvania's kind of expanding what it's doing with them. The Economic Development Office will talk more about this today, but again, I think that's major news. Two Pennsylvania companies are really hoping to have their own vaccine. I don't know if Pennsylvanians would be first in line for that, but you'd have to think so. And again, Caitlin Sykes did a great job reporting on that this morning. But the big news with that is that if you could take something at home yourself orally, you wouldn't have to go to a provider to get a shot. So we're going to be having much, much more on that later on this morning. Let's see, I'm seeing all of your comments starting to come in. Good morning, Harold and Stu and Anthony and Matt. Dawn, yeah, absolutely adorable. And that is for Ashley Doherty's little baby, Hayden. He is so cute. We knew he would be, right? So good morning, Dawn. So happy for Ashley and family. He is cute. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for saying hi. People are on Facebook saying hi to me, so I'm popping in the comments. From Monongahela and Jeanette. Yeah, let me know where you're tuning in from. In the meantime, some great news. The Steelers are still undefeated. Did you watch the game at that weird late afternoon time yesterday? The game was not great, especially considering all the players that were out for Baltimore. Mike Tomlin had some tough talk for his players, saying that they kind of played like JV players, like it was a junior varsity game. He had some other tough language too. They're going to turn it around, but we won, and that's the main thing. We're now 11-0, the only undefeated team. So did you guys watch the game? Good morning, Beth. I was just betting a lot of people moved their at-home office from their office into the living room yesterday as they watched the game. We watched it at home. So the White House Coronavirus Task Force is telling everybody, if you are under the age of 40 and you celebrated Thanksgiving outside of your own household, consider yourself COVID positive. Just go ahead and take for granted that you're COVID positive and you're a danger to everybody else. The task force is also telling people over the age of 65, don't go into any indoor space at all where people are not wearing their masks. So they're trying to discourage people from traveling anywhere for the holiday. They were not too happy with choices for Thanksgiving, and they're hoping that people stay home for Christmas. Tell me what you guys are planning to do. Are you leaving? Are you going home? What's going on? I'm looking at your comments now. Good morning, Paul. Yeah, Don. Ben said he wasn't happy with the game either. Yeah, he took a lot of responsibility. So they're going to turn it around. They won, though, right? Have a wonderful day. Hi, Barb. I know I haven't seen you in so long. Hopefully that'll change soon. What else is going on today? Hey, did you guys in the Pittsburgh area see that Target is looking to, moving the table all over the place. Target is looking to open up a new store in the old Kaufman's building right in the middle of downtown on 5th Avenue. So no word on when it might actually open. It's going to present its proposal to the Planning Commission, I think next week. So we'll see. It'd be great to have a Target downtown, right? A lot of people live downtown, including my brother and his wife and their daughter. And a lot of my friends live downtown, so I'm sure that they would love to have more options down there for both food and everything else. But again, the big news today was these two Pennsylvania companies joining forces. We're going to get to hear more about that today. They've created their own vaccines, and they said this too, not only for COVID-19, but for other viruses. So I'm not sure exactly what they're working on, but the Pennsylvania Economic Development Department is going to make some announcements in terms of expanding and supporting what they're doing. They want to make both an injectable vaccine and an oral vaccine that people could just take themselves. They wouldn't even have to go to their healthcare provider to get a shot. They could just take this orally. So we'll find out more about that. And also, Project Bundle Up starts tomorrow. And this year, our Project Bundle Up show is going to be a little bit different under the circumstances. Normally, we have a lot of local companies come in and present their checks to us in person. Again, I have it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. It'll pop up here in a minute. You can donate now to Project Bundle Up for those of you who aren't familiar with it. It was founded by the late, great Joe DiNardo, our longtime meteorologist here, and he wanted to partner with the Salvation Army to provide winter outerwear for children and for seniors. Such an important thing, and now it's more important than ever because a lot of people need help from the community. And so we've been shopping with some of these kids in years past. Again, we weren't able to do it this year, but I can tell you it's a wonderfully uplifting experience to see these kids. Many have never been able to pick out their own coat, and this does a couple of things. They feel like it's theirs. It fits them great. It's warm and it's stylish. And I know style isn't the most important thing, except they want to feel good and confident in front of their friends. And it's always a nice feeling to go show up at school with a new coat, a nice coat, and you just feel better. And it also keeps them warm so they do better in school. So anything that you can do to help with Project Bundle Up would be greatly appreciated. You can actually donate now if you want to. You can text the word Bundle Up, no spaces, just text Bundle Up to the number 41444, and it'll be scrolling here in a second on the bottom of the screen. So we would appreciate your help. And like I said, it's I've been participating in this for 26 years, and it's just amazing. All right, let me look at some more of your comments now before I have to go. Good morning, James. Let's see. Oh, this is for the Steelers game yesterday. My husband moved the TV from the spare bedroom into the home office for me to watch. That's nice. That's really nice. Wouldn't it be easier to just move your home office into the living room? I was thinking that's what most people would do, but I guess not in your house. Well, that's nice. Kudos to him. Let's see. I bet Ashley's watching this right now. So Ashley had her baby. So happy for Ashley and her husband. Hayden is so cute. Linda from Crichton. I head up that way a lot. I like that area. Dawn's staying home for the holidays. Tony loves Target. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. What else are you saying? Here you go. John's saying he's having an old-fashioned Christmas up in the mountains with a real tree. Well, John, you'll have to send us some pictures. I bet it's pretty up there with the snow right now on the ground. But yeah, the CDC and the White House Coronavirus Task Force wants everybody to stay safe. They're encouraging you not to travel. And again, for those of you who might have just been scrolling down on your Facebook or your Twitter feed and seeing this, I should say that 2 of our local hospitals are already at capacity in their ICU beds, and that's impacting people with all kind of problems from COVID on down. Butler Memorial Hospital and Clarion Hospital both are at their capacity. So they're trying to rearrange how the hospital is set up to put in maybe 15 more ICU beds. But you can see that it is an urgent situation, and they're doing the best they can. They're having to cancel all surgeries that are not urgent, that require an overnight stay. If you have an outpatient procedure, that's still okay to happen as scheduled. They just don't have places for people to stay overnight. So that impacts everything. If you just have an emergency for whatever reason and you need to go to one of those health systems, you'll either have to go much farther away from where you live, or hopefully they'll get some more beds. We'll talk to them later on today. What else is going on? Everybody's saying happy for Ashley. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see what Patty's saying. I worry about the adverse reactions to the vaccine. Those who have a compromised immunity might be more harmful than good. Right. And I'm not sure. I'm obviously not an expert. All these trials, though, are important. And I think that probably the order in which the vaccine is given might make a big difference. The more people who take it, the better. Did you see our 3 former presidents said that they were going to take the vaccine on camera to let everybody know that they thought it was safe? So we'll see, but I'm sure the testing, that's what all that's for, is to see maybe who should and should not take it. Oh, your at-home work desk is too heavy, so that's why you didn't move in there. Steelers, that's right, was not our best. Yeah, it was not, and Mike Tomlin had some choice words for that. For Christmas, you'll be traveling out of state to be with my 92-year-old dad for Christmas. All right, well, stay safe, Bob. That's all I can tell you. You know what? They do have some suggestions for people who feel like that they have to travel. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. For the upcoming holiday, again, they want everyone to stay home. I feel like I have to say that. But you should get tested 1 to 3 days before your trip, and then 3 to 5 days after you return. And again, they're telling everybody best thing is to stay home for Christmas. But once you return, you need to isolate yourself for a full week, which is actually a shorter time than they had been saying. So testing before and after. Just keep that in mind, Bob. Congrats to Ashley. Beth misses horns. I know. Oh, you know what? It's 8:22. I've got to go do a cut-in a minute. So I'll finish reading all of your comments here. But anyway, that's what's going on this Thursday. Enjoy the sunshine, but bundle up. Don't let that fool you. And I will talk to you again tomorrow.